We're on our way to Horicon Marsh. It is early in the morning. Got up at 3 on the road, nearly 4. We're going to meet our buddy Keith Warnke, who I hunt with, and we are going to hunt some ducks. Hey, Mr. Warnke.
Good morning, Kyle.
How are you?
It's pretty early, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all camoed up, ready to duck hunt.
I'd like to introduce you to Mark Kakatsch.
Hello, Mark. How are you?
Kyle.
Good morning.
Wirth.
Hi, Jen. Good morning. So you are a highly seasoned duck hunter, both of you, and you've got boats, and this is actually your camo, and you're going to take me out, and we're going to get some ducks.
My fingers are crossed.
Our
fingers are crossed, toes are crossed.
My toes in
Right.
the boots, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If not, I mean, it's Horicon Marsh. It's one of the most beautiful spots in the state.
It'll be an enjoyable morning, guaranteed.
Yeah, we could do worse.
Let's go.
It's going to be
All right.
beautiful, Dave.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's hit the water.
First person can hop in.
Hey. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It should be an enjoyable day. Sunrises and sunsets on clear days out on the marsh are pretty unique.
Are so beautiful.
You don't get to witness that every place in the state.
Yeah, yeah.
But clear skies are good when it's cold and windy. So we'll just have to wait and see how things go.
Sure.
Let's go see if we can find a parking spot. What we're gonna do is this boat, we'll park off to the side over there someplace for now. All right, so we'll just take care of that in a minute. Scotty, we'll go around on the other side. And yeah, because the birds are gonna wanna come in this way.
We got mallard decoys, we got gadwall, a couple wood ducks. Kind of mix it up this time of year, you get a pretty good mixture. I started duck hunting in the early 70s with my dad. Horicon Marsh has always been a special place. Every species of duck in North America you can find out here from time to time. Seen a couple of fox already, and we're waiting to see if there are any birds moving today, and Abby's excited for it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there are many ducks around or new ducks around right now.
No.
I get the feeling these ducks know this game.
Did you know this is the largest cattail marsh in the United States?
I did know that because I've worked here for 25 years.
All right.
Nice try, Punch. Keep them coming.
Did you know that every major Native American tribe of Wisconsin has set up villages here in the last 12,000 years?
I knew that too.
Did you know that there are 7 native Indian trails that make their way to Horicon Marsh, and some of them have turned into state highways?
That I did not know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There have been 308 bird species that have passed through here.
Wow.
308.
That's pretty amazing.
That's incredible.
Can you name them all?
I cannot.
Can you name 3 or 8 of them?
Well, do you want water birds?
Whatever.
Okay. We passed a bald eagle nest on the way up here.
Okay.
Outside of the Horicon Marsh Education Center, we have an osprey platform. And, of course, the Canada goose brings most of the people.
That's 3. Let's see if we can go for 8.
Let's see, we've got a good population of warblers that come through in the springtime.
Okay.
Mallards, pintails, gadwells.
Redheads?
Redheads. Let's see here. Let's go for some red-tailed hawks, some marsh hawks.
Now you're just showing off. You're coming in on 10. I'm impressed. So Mark, give me the lay down here. We're in our blind. We've got our camo up. You loaded the gun for me. Jen's ready. Are we in good shape?
We're in good shape. We're in real good shape.
Yeah?
The boat didn't sink. Life is good.
So what do you look for telltales? I mean, I hear gunshots already in other parts of the marsh.
So in Horicon right now, they release pheasants a couple times a week. So you're going to hear pheasant hunters, you're going to hear goose hunters, and then you're going to hear guys out in the marsh duck hunting. In the hunting world, waterfowl hunters pay for, or hunting in general, in many ways pays for a lot. Refuges, habitat restoration work, research on waterfowl. We pay for a lot of the sport.
Right.
So when you buy your federal duck stamp, not only do you get to hunt in Wisconsin, but you can hunt anywhere in the country with your federal duck stamp. And then you have to go with whatever the state has for rules and regulations. But as a waterfowl hunter, you get that money back in many different ways.
Right.
So that's one of the
And if you're an avid hunter, it's a quality of life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you hear that? That's a real duck. Here they come. Pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. That was exciting.
You heard two different sounds. You heard the hen mallard quacking.
Yep.
And then you heard that drake mallard kind of like purring, like me.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ways that you can also identify the birds when they're flying. And that's because you can only shoot so many of a certain type of duck. You want to make sure you know what you're shooting at before you shoot it, because you don't want to obviously go over the limit.
Yeah. You started hunting how young?
When I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multi-generational, right?
Right. And in Wisconsin, everybody's a deer hunter, right?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in a family that didn't deer hunt, we duck hunted. So when everybody went deer hunting.
The other D.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it was great.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
now everybody goes deer hunting, and I come out to the marsh and go duck hunting.
You've got about 40 duck calls on your coat there. Since you were the state champ, I want to hear a signatory like, this is how Mark calls ducks.
Right before you try.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down. You get a lot of different varieties here. You're loaded for bear
Right.
/duck.
So, you know, the drake mallard will make more of a purring sound. Where the hen mallard, she quacks.
That's really cool.
So by creating a little versatility, adds a little bit of realism.
Sure.
Your turn. You're gonna hold the duck call like this.
Okay.
All right. And you're just gonna cup your hand a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna say the word hoot,
Hoot.
into the call. So if you say it into the back of the duck call, perfect. Try that into the front. I hope you're getting this.
That was so worth getting up at 3 in the morning for.
Now, bring your hand in, cup it a little bit,
Okay.
and just now just one time. A little bit harder. Not quite so hard. Perfect.
Oh,
That one.
somebody got one.
All right, let's trade for a second. Shoot.
If we don't get any ducks, what's the next play?
Surrender. Luckily for you guys, you have a great day planned. You're gonna swing into Mayville and go to the Natural Way, which is a great restaurant because it has a lot of great food.
And more importantly, they're competent with duck.
They are.
Okay.
They are.
The natural way is important to natural health, basically, to everybody. I started off in the year 2000 opening up a small health food store specializing in natural medicines. I'm Patty Gesling, and me and my husband Earl own The Natural Way. Earl is the chef, and I do everything else, basically. I started dating Earl 5 years ago. Actually, he was a chef at a restaurant that I ate at, and he, I guess, had a crush on me. He lured me in with his cooking, and then it just blossomed after that. We bought the building, he put in the restaurant, and I brought all my stuff over. What we do for food, we use all organic ingredients. Earl tries to get some local things, or we draw in from other sources, and it's all basic, real, home-cooked food. And we have a nice complement to Mayville here, right on Main Street.
You can hold. I can hold the door for you.
There we go.
All right.
So we are back from the hunt. Kyle, I'd like to introduce you to my friends Earl and Patty.
Earl, pleasure. Patty, nice to meet you. I have heard amazing things about you and your cooking from these two, but we came hungry without any ducks. Can you help us?
Okay, yeah, we do have a few back there.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, should we just sit down at the counter and kind of
Come on,
lean
grab a
in?
seat.
All right, terrific, thanks. And so what's laid before us?
Okay, what we have here first is a duck meatball. Mm-hmm. And in the back we have some marinated duck breast.
Marinated in?
A little dark beer, some juniper, some shallot, garlic.
So mixing the beer and then the essence of gin together with the juniper and the dark beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, I like where you're going.
nice fall flavors.
I don't know which I'm more excited about.
I'm gonna start with the meatballs. We're gonna take them and we're gonna sear them off, give them a little brown, throw them back in the pan, pop them in the oven, and then we can cook the duck breast while those are finishing up.
So what's the ratio that you did on these meatballs of pork to duck?
It's about half and half.
Okay.
For the pork, I actually used some pork loin, which generally I would use a shoulder, but I use what I have. So I thought throwing the bacon in there would add a little fat and a little smokiness and salty, and makes everything good. And these are also nice. Doing a meatball is something where you can cut some of the meat off the legs, take some off the back. If the breast has a few holes in it, maybe it's not too pretty. And you don't want to do it as a whole breast, you can grind it up.
Yeah.
It's a nice option to utilize everything.
Oh, does that smell good? Wow.
Yeah.
That's ducky porky goodness.
That's that little bit of bacon in there.
So these are like, I'm guessing these are about medium rare. I'm looking at the sear that you have on these.
And then we just take
And then
them.
you pop it in the convection oven?
Yep, pop in my little oven here. Now while this is good and hot, we have our duck breast.
Wow, I mean, that's why duck breasts are so flavorful and duck fat is delicious.
Yeah, so we got that, this is good and hot, and it already has a nice layer of oil on it.
I like how you were teasing there with little
So you can see in the pan like how much, we had basically a dry pan to start, and now, we have a
Look at that, look at that.
A little bit of duck fat in there,
I mean,
for sure.
Look at how much they've shrunk up.
Yeah. The nice little score lines.
Yeah.
It actually,
It cooked more evenly.
Yeah, it browned up nicely.
Yep. And I would never want to pass up the deliciousness of crispy duck skin. Now what's going on there, my friend?
It needs salt, but
This is crispy duck skin.
That's just duck skin.
This is great. I just mentioned that I love delicious
It's a
crispy
duck
duck
skin chip. I
and you
thought-
hand me some. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. I just want to curl up in a ball of happiness right now. That is so delicious. This doesn't need salt. That looks like a finely done sausage as you cut them open.
it's almost got that mortadella look.
Yeah.
With the different colors. You can see the
seasoning.
the pork, and then the duck in there, and there's some breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Everything was left pretty. It's pretty rustic. So.
I like how you're going ladies first.
Thank you.
Jen, here's the difference between you and I, is I would have just gone in with my fingers and popped one in my mouth.
And being presentable.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Awesome.
fantastic.
I'm going in. Oh, you're also right. This is great. This is great. You should.
It's got just a perfect little amount of pink in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll join you.
This is so great because the flavor of the duck comes through, but then it keeps descending into more flavors. I'm on my 5th or 6th. You should make more meatballs because the combo of the pork and the duck and whatever seasonings you use really subtle and nice.
You can taste the pork in there, and the bacon really brings it all together.
This is even inspiring me. We take our duck home and we cook it, but this is inspiring me to take it to so many different levels.
I hope so.
So in this ridiculous but fabulous crescendo of duck flavors, what's next?
Well, next we move on to the duck breast.
And then are you going to slice them up, or how
Yep.
do you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then we'll slice them up.
So that is red and meaty and delicious looking, and look at the way that the fat rendered out.
Yeah, see, you still got that medium rare in there.
I mean, it's almost like a
Yeah, nice and crispy skin.
waterfowl prime rib right here. Wow. This is the happiest that I've been. I have a happy life. This is the happiest that I've been in a long time. That's delicious.
Now you gotta try it with some sauce.
That's delicious and authentic and gorgeous because it's wild duck. Yeah, it's gonna be a real burden to eat, everybody.
The sauce is fabulous. Gotta get a cranberry in here. Juniper, cranberry.
The thing too is it's not tough.
Oh no.
It is like prime rib.
Prime rib of duck.
Well, the flavors are all very complementary. You know, there's not one flavor overpowering the other flavors, and they all kind of hold their own and give that the beautiful taste, overall taste that it has.
So thus far, I have thought, gosh, it'd be great if I had some crispy duck skin and you materialize some.
What's your next wish?
Right, yeah, I'm loving how this is going. Seriously, you're like my own personal culinary genie.
It's the bald head, you know?
Continuing on this duck theme, how do you wrap up with dessert?
Well, we finished with some duck confit.
Naturally, wild duck legs.
The legs are one of those items that I found with people come to me like, what do you do with them? They don't know what to do. So, and to me, I think you kind of treat them like a chicken wing.
Yeah.
You know, and so I give it about 12 hours of cure time with the salt, and then I washed them off, covered them in duck fat, and threw them in the oven on about 180 degrees, or maybe a little less, overnight. And then we fried them up in a skillet.
So 2 things. Everything's better when covered in duck fat for 24 hours.
Yes.
And this is a rare occasion. This is actual wild duck.
This is definitely a treat for a chef to get the wild game brought into him. You know, we want to do a preparation that pays homage to that and the respect to the bird that gave its life here, so we could have a crispy duck leg.
Hey, you know what's really interesting here, and that you can tell this is wild duck, is we had 3 different sized duck legs on there.
Right.
Mallard, wood duck, shoveler. I don't remember what else was brought in.
Could be a
but
widgeon, you know.
certainly
Yeah.
gives you a good sense of different sizes of ducks.
Nice.
Oh man, that's more than dessert.
Saltiness, pepperiness.
That's so good.
All the savory going.
This is the compression of everything that I love about the flavor of duck. The crispy skin, that rich umami, almost towards even a beefy, gamey flavor, but mixed with a foul kind of texture and flavor. This is so good.
It's delicious.
Really nice preparation, chef. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Awesome. This was just wonderful.
fantastic.
And I got a new idea to take home.
Thank you so much, everybody. I mean, Keith, we've been on hunts before, but this far surpasses anything.
You're welcome.
Mark, Jen, you were just terrific guides. The conversation in the blind and what Horicon means to you, it's deep in your hearts. It's really terrific, yeah. And Chef, I know it was never disputed, but dude, you can cook.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
Thanks.
Thank you.